Keir Dougall is a CBS News legal contributor and former federal prosecutor. He joins me now from New York City. Hi, Keir. Great to see you. So the Wall Street Journal is reporting that Mr. Trump tried pressing top Justice Department officials to go directly to the Supreme Court to try to overturn the election results. CBS News has also confirmed the former president wanted then acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen to enact that failed plan. The DOJ's Inspector General is now investigating those claims. So, Keir, assuming that these reports are true, how do they factor into Democrats' case against the former president? Because some of these revelations came, very recently, sort of after this article was drafted.
Right. So this is of a piece. I think it's a part of the larger context in which we've seen former President Trump pursuing these false claims that there was widespread fraud that affected the election, and doing so in multiple venues. This appears to be yet another venue where he was attempting to overturn the election, this time through a Supreme Court case described in the reporting by the Wall Street Journal. We don't know at this point what the supposed case was. The Supreme Court has the way it was described in the Wall Street Journal was it going to be an original case in the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has extremely limited jurisdiction for hearing claims like that in the first instance. So it looks like this was going to be a non-starter. And in fact, the senior leadership at the Justice Department, according to the reports, indicated that the case would fail. And ultimately, the plan wasn't carried through.
So, Keir, could Mr. Trump face criminal charges outside the political impeachment process because of these reports? And what about Jeffrey Clark, the DOJ official who allegedly worked with him?
Okay, so I want to start by saying that I don't think we know enough at this point to answer that question. In the abstract, of course, any federal official, including the president, can commit a crime. They can commit, for instance, an obstructive crime. They can, in this case, the question might be, was there a plan to obstruct Congress's electoral count vote? You can also have corruption-type crimes where an official is asked to perform an official act that's corrupt in exchange for something of value. So is it theoretically possible? Yes, it is theoretically possible. I do not think we have anywhere near the amount of detail or facts. We don't even know about the content, the full content of the conversation. And ultimately, the plan never was carried through. So I think based on what we know now, it's too early. My gut intuition is telling me that it seems unlikely that we will learn facts that could create criminal liability for either President Trump or Mr. Clark, but it's a wait and see situation.
So what about other sorts of, results aside from criminal prosecution? Because, the Times is also reporting that Pennsylvania Republican Congressman Scott Perry played a key role in Mr. Trump's plot to oust Jeffrey Rosen. Again, I'm sure you will respond by saying we still don't have enough information here, but could alleged coordination with some House Republicans play a role in this case? And what are the responsibilities of elected officials here?
Well, there are several concerns that are raised by this. One is the independence of the Justice Department. This is another example where President Trump apparently refuses to accept the notion that the Justice Department represents the United States and not him personally. This is extremely important to our republic, to our democracy, that we are all ruled by laws and not by the whims of our president, that the Justice Department can't be used to get special treatment for the allies of the president and used to harm adversaries of the president. This larger episode, including this representative from Pennsylvania, though, I think what it shows is this sort of very broad-based effort to pursue baseless claims that the election had been stolen from President Trump. And so as we approach the impeachment, I think the House managers, or effectively the prosecutors, could point to this as further evidence of the president's intent to try to overthrow the results of the election using baseless claims and effectively any means necessary. Now, apparently, in addition to this, the speech that we saw on January 6th, but also Supreme Court procedures, I think it fits into a larger narrative that the managers potentially could use.
All right. Well, Keir Dougall, thank you so much for sharing your legal expertise with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Tanya.